What if I told you Europe's borders are tightening, but also breaking down at the same time? Countries that once prided themselves on open travel are now rebuilding barriers, boosting patrols, and rewriting immigration laws. From Austria to Sweden, Europe is facing the biggest border control shakeup in decades. And the real question is, why is this happening now? Let's break it down. Today, we're diving into the border control challenges across 8 key countries: Austria, Bulgaria, Germany, France, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, and Sweden. You're about to see the patterns, the politics, and the pressure redefining Europe's borders, and what this means for the continent's future. Austria sits right in the middle of Europe, a landlocked country that often becomes the first stop for migrants moving north. Recently, Austria has increased border checks with Hungary and Slovenia, boosted military presence, called for stricter EU-wide controls. Why? Because Austria claims the migrant flow is overwhelming its asylum system. For many Austrians, the message is clear. If the EU can't secure the external borders, we'll secure our own. Bulgaria is the EU's frontline against migration from Turkey, and it's becoming one of the hottest border zones in Europe. Issues include large-scale illegal crossings, smuggling networks, humanitarian concerns, limited resources. Despite improvements, Bulgaria is still not fully admitted into the Schengen area, partly because other nations feel its borders aren't secure enough. Bulgaria's challenge is clear: protect the EU's doorstep or the EU won't open the door. Germany traditionally welcomes migrants, but not anymore at the same scale. Recently, Germany reinstated permanent border checks with Poland, Czech Republic, Switzerland. The reason? A surge in undocumented crossings, many coming through the Balkan route. Germany says these controls are necessary because EU borders aren't working as intended. This marks one of the biggest shifts in German policy in years. France has one of the most delicate border control roles in Europe. Why? Because it faces both internal Schengen borders and external migration routes. Recent actions include boosted controls with Italy, heightened anti-terror checks, crackdowns on smuggling along the Mediterranean. France argues that security threats and illegal channels have justified a more aggressive approach. The big issue: balancing freedom of movement with rising security concerns. Italy receives thousands of arrivals through the Mediterranean, more than almost any other European nation. Its challenges include overcrowded reception centers, humanitarian emergencies, disputes with EU partners over refugee distribution, conflicts with NGOs assisting boats. Italy has repeatedly said, "We cannot handle this alone." This statement is reshaping EU migration politics. The Netherlands has seen record asylum numbers, overwhelming local housing and infrastructure. This led to emergency shelters, political tension, calls for stricter EU border controls, and national debate shaping elections. The Dutch message is simple: the system is strained. Europe must recalibrate. Norway has one of Europe's longest coastlines and one of the smallest populations. Its issues: high asylum inflows through Sweden, increased controls at the Norwegian-Swedish border, rising pressure on local municipalities. Despite not being in the EU, Norway must abide by Schengen rules, giving it responsibility without full political influence. Sweden once had one of Europe's most welcoming immigration policies. Today, it's shifting dramatically. Sweden has introduced stricter identity checks, border police reinforcements, new immigration rules, heightened security protocols. The country cites rising crime, integration challenges, and pressure on social systems as reasons for tightening. This marks one of the most dramatic reversals in modern European border policy. Across Europe, the pattern is unmistakable. Countries are reintroducing borders inside a borderless zone. Why? Migration pressure, security concerns, political shifts, economic strain, mistrust in EU-level enforcement. The Schengen system was built on trust, but that trust is being tested like never before. Whether you agree with tighter controls or not, one thing is clear. Europe's border crisis is shaping elections, economies, and the future of the continent. The real question now is, can Europe fix its borders without breaking apart the freedom of movement that defines it? If you want a part 2 on the solutions Europe is considering, comment below. Border Blueprint.